It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC 3. Holy guacamole! It's Avo season in South Africa, everybody. Now that is some good news that we all need. Just recently, the arrival of the local Avo season was celebrated at a Mexican-inspired event. Now, did you know that avocados are packed with nutritional value and should be on your shopping list? Just think of all those delightful dishes you can make, from guacamole to Avo salsa and Avo crema, or even just plain Avo. Please note that the event took place before our president announced the COVID-19 measures. Now, let's take a look back at all the Avo-licious things that happened at that Mexican lunch.
I'm at a buzzing El Burro Mexican restaurant in Cape Town to celebrate the official start of the 2020 Avo season with the South African Avocado Growers Association. The theme? Mexican food, of course, and the impact that avocados have had on Mexican cuisine. Now, research suggests that avos were being eaten by the ancient Mayans of Mexico about 10,000 years ago, making avo cultivation about as old as the invention of the wheel. Well, thankfully, the avos have subsequently made their way to South African shores, and I can tell you our local stock is just as delicious. So join us today as we rediscover the magic of avos.
SA's Avo growers produce about 148,000 tons a year, making us the world's 6th largest producer. Half of those avos are exported, so the good news is that the other half remains here for us to consume.
Derek, great to connect with you on an important day for you guys, obviously in such a festive setting. Cannot wait to meet our 2020 ambassador, but maybe a good place to start would be with what you guys at Subtrop do and how you fit into that.
Okay, so Subtrop's an organization which looks after a number of subtropical fruit crops, but today we are here specifically for avocados, and we look after the interests of the South African Avocado Growers Association, also known as SAGA. And they do things like promote their products, avocados, and also they fund research which helps them produce better, get higher yields, better quality, which help us get a better product to the supermarket shelf and also to the table of you, the consumer.
And a food that South Africans absolutely love. We do love our avos. How has the industry adapted for this demand?
Before, you used to have avocado season from March to October, and then there was really nothing until the next March. What growers are doing now, they're taking cultivars which you can pick later, and they're growing them in areas where you can hang the fruit later and pick later as well. So the trend we're seeing is moving to year-round production, and this also means it reduces our reliance on imports, which is good for our country.
Now, of course, we know lots of trends around avos. We love the pop of green on Instagram above all else. But what are you thinking is going to be coming around in 2020? What are some of those big trends?
Chefs are looking to use natural ingredients. Obviously, avocado fits into there, but also ingredients that come from ancient cultures, particularly South and Central America. So things like Mexican cuisine fit right into that picture, and avocados are right up there.
In the 100th century, since Mexicans began to eat this wonder fruit, they, more than any other culture, have put avocado at the heart of their traditional cooking.
As expected, we're bumping into all of our favorite foodies. Jenny Morris, you gorgeous thing here to celebrate the start of Avo season. I didn't realize how much I loved avos until I walked in here, but they're a South African favorite.
I have to tell you that avocados are like a whole meal. They're so nutritious, so delicious. Eat them savory, eat them sweet. I love them. You can mash them on your face too.
And there are a myriad of health benefits for the inside as well. I've got to ask, someone who loves to cook, obviously, but loves to express emotion and love through your food, if you had to cook one avocado dish or create one avocado dish to make people fall in love with the avos, what would that be?
You know what? It's a cliche, but guacamole. You know why? You got nothing to hide behind. That Avo is all buttery and nutty in its glory with a few little things on top. So guacamole for me.
So Chad, as a food stylist, I'm sure you are inspired by the avocado. It's great to photograph for Instagram, yes, but obviously a whole myriad of ways that you can use it. We've seen it today being used quite creatively. Your favorite dish that you've tasted today?
I think it's got to be the chili rellenos, which is just absolutely smoky. It's got the nice avo on top, which softens it so nicely. It's just amazing.
is your favorite way to enjoy an avo? When you've got to kind of create a dish to inspire people to go out there and enjoy it, what dish would you choose, do you think?
You know, avocados, they are so powerful on its own that I think the simpler the better. So for me, it's always a chunky guacamole that's just going to hit the right spot.
One of 2 winners of the 3rd Avo Ambassador competition is food writer and caterer Karen Hart, who's gone above and beyond in promoting this versatile fruit.
I think I am an Avo ambassador. I've been it all my life. I love the color. I love the taste, the texture, and it's rich and it's creamy. And I mean, and you can dress it up and you can dress it down, and you can make a very complicated dish out of it, or you can have it very simple. And I have this wonderful, wonderful vegetable guy who brings me avos that he handpicks from the market, and it turns into, it's almost like butter when you open it up. It's beautiful.
Clearly, there is nothing avo-rage about the avo. And thankfully, we no longer have to travel all the way to Mexico to enjoy one. Whether it's an inspired 3-course meal at your favorite restaurants or just toast at home, everything is better with avo. And they're not only delicious, they're also loaded with vitamins, with fiber, and heart-healthy monounsaturated fats as well. So grab an avo, whip it up in your favorite way, and do your heart, your health, and your stomach a favor. A massive thank you to the South African Avocado Growers Association for giving us some key insights into this truly incredible fruit, where it's come from, and most importantly, where it's going.